Hi, Craig.
Hi.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thanks very much. Yeah, for
No
joining.
problem. Yeah,
That's
how are you
great.
today?
I'm well, thank you. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm very well, thanks.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so are you okay if we start talking?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, let's
that's
go.
great. Okay, thank you. So I just wanted to ask you, please, could you introduce yourself? Yeah,
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, my name's Craig.
yeah.
I'm an English teacher here on Cambi. I
Oh,
come from the UK, from a city
yeah.
called Newcastle.
Right.
And I'm currently living in Bangkok in Thailand.
Okay, that's great. So, yeah, so as you know, I'm Neetu and I am originally from India. I
Mhm.
moved to the UK when I was 4 years old and I grew up in London, in St Albans in Hertfordshire.
Okay, nice.
And I've been, yeah, and I lived there for 35 years and now I'm in Bangkok as well. So I live in,
Really?
yeah.
Okay, so we're both in the
So,
same place.
yeah, that's great. Yeah. So could I just ask you how long you've been in Bangkok, please? How long have you been living here?
So overall, I've lived in Thailand for about 16 years, but I
Okay.
lived here for 9 years, and then I moved to Saudi Arabia for 4 years, and then I've been
Oh, I
back
see.
again in Thailand for now 7 years. So yes,
Oh,
moved back in
right. Yeah.
2018.
Yeah. So did you move to Saudi Arabia for work? Was it to
Yeah,
teach? Yeah. Right.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was
Okay.
working in a university there.
Oh, I see. Right. And then you moved. So what made you move back to Thailand after that? So you'd already lived here and then you went and came back.
Yeah.
So what drew you back here?
Well, one of the reasons for going there was to sort of make a bit of money and then come back, and then we opened a small hotel on a beach on Koh
Yeah.
Lanta. If I don't know if you know it.
Yes, I haven't been there, but I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we opened a small hotel near the beach in Koh Lanta in 2018. Everything was going very well, and then of course COVID came.
Yeah.
So then after that,
Yeah.
it was obviously a very difficult time in Thailand. We
Right.
gave up the hotel, and then I went back to teaching. I was teaching online during COVID when we couldn't see anybody, and
Yeah.
then and moved back to Bangkok
Mhm.
in 2022.
I see. Right. So at the moment, are you purely teaching or do you have another job? Or-
Yeah, mainly teaching,
Yeah.
and now only
Yeah.
online as well. Since COVID, I started working online, and then I like the flexibility. I like that there's no travel time, no
Mhm.
no travel
Yeah.
costs, and then and I
Okay.
can make my own schedule. So yeah, so I just teach online,
Yeah.
only online now.
I see. Okay, that's amazing. So, yes, about me, you know that I run a YouTube channel, which I
Right.
started just 3 months ago. So it's quite a new
Okay, a
channel.
new one, yeah.
Uh, yeah,
What's
and
it called?
it's called British English with Neetu.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just mainly to help students hear natural conversations, learn phrases and grammar and vocabulary as they go along. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I'm also, as you know, I'm a Cambly tutor as well. So I've been on Cambly for 3 years.
Okay,
Um,
right.
yeah. So yeah, I just find with many of my students, they say that they are taught grammar at school, but they don't get speaking practice.
Yeah.
So, like Cambly, you know, it's really effective in the sense that they can hear natural conversations in practice. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, that's
So,
great.
so, so most of your your online, the students from your YouTube channel, do you know
Yes.
where they're mainly based, or they're just worldwide?
They're yeah, they're worldwide really. So they just once I started my channel, people started contacting me just saying, you know, I've seen your channel, could you do a conversation with me? So it just
Okay,
started like that, yeah. And
nice,
then
nice.
if I see another YouTuber, I'll contact them as well. So it works both ways.
Okay,
So it's
great.
kind of separate from Cambly, but similar in the sense that, yeah, what I'm doing on there. Yeah.
Okay,
So
good.
that's great. So it's actually really fulfilling having the channel, but also a lot of hard work, much harder than I thought.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hours with the editing and the yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
I suppose
planning.
you don't
So
really think about the background, about what goes into the production, really. When you look at YouTubers, you think it's an easy job,
exactly.
but yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah,
production, a lot of editing going on.
that's right. Yeah, exactly. But I hope it's helping many people. That's my plan
Yeah,
anyway. So I just hope to develop it and keep it going in the future. Yeah.
great.
So that's great. So could I ask you just to find out, because I think the people watching would like to find out about you, and just more about your background. So when you moved to Saudi Arabia, what did you find was different culturally? Would you say?
Yeah, so I mean,
Mm,
it's very different to Thailand. So
yeah.
culturally, first, so I mean, not so much for men, but especially for women, of course. When you go outside of the house, at that
Mhm,
time, I think there has been some changes since I left, but at that time,
mhm.
women had to completely cover, wear an abaya and
Right.
a headscarf, the
Yeah.
hijab.
Hijab.
I
That's
think there's been
yeah.
yeah, there's some relaxation of those rules now, I've heard, because I
Yeah.
also have some Saudi students here on Cambi too, and I think
Mhm.
since 2018 there has been some changes. But
Yes.
yeah, some of the difficulties, because I was staying in a compound. So
Mhm.
inside the compound, it was kind of like a holiday resort, swimming pools,
Yeah.
gym, restaurant.
Right.
And inside the compound, we were kind of free to do what we wanted, and women could
Mm,
wear whatever they wanted, bikinis
right.
by the pool if they chose. But
Yeah.
then, as soon as we went outside of the compound, then of course completely um,
Mhm. I
covered
see.
until returning again.
Right. Okay. So that was a difference. And how about in terms of the like the food and the environment? Did you find it because it's quite obviously Thailand is really humid, isn't it? But also
Yeah.
Saudi is similar. Yeah.
Saudi's extremely hot, but
Yeah.
the area that I was in the middle of Saudi Arabia, in Bereda, in the
Yeah.
province of Al Qasim, it was
Okay.
extremely dry. So the temperature in the summer would get up to almost 50 degrees Celsius,
Right.
but
Mm-hmm.
like zero humidity. So it's
Mm,
very different to the heat here in Thailand. So
I
in Thailand,
see.
35 with humidity is almost
Right.
worse than like 45 with no humidity.
Yes, I see. Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think in some ways you get used to the heat, don't you, when you live here for a long time.
Yeah.
This is my 14th year here.
Mhm.
I would say the first year was really tough, like growing up in a cold country and then
Yeah.
like going into a really, yeah, you would have been the same, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally different to the UK. That's
yeah,
for sure.
exactly. So what would you say you miss about the UK? Is there anything that kind of makes you feel like, oh, I
Yeah, I
wish,
mean
you know,
family sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean I miss
mm,
my family, my friends, my family and my siblings and my
mm,
friends are all had kids now, or not all of them, but mostly having kids now. So
mm,
I'm missing
mm,
seeing them on a daily basis. I go back every
mm,
year,
mhm,
and I see people and see them through Facebook and things. But yeah,
mm,
I miss seeing my nieces and nephews grow up
right.
on a
Yes.
more daily basis. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I love going back for holidays to the
Mhm.
UK, but yeah, by the time it's time to come back to Thailand, I'm ready to come
Yeah.
back to Thailand usually.
Right. You feel like you've had your share.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. So who do you have, Craig, in your family, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, in the UK.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
So
You
I
have your
have
parents.
yeah, so I have my parents and I have three younger sisters.
Mm-hmm. I see. So you're
Yeah,
one of four, right?
yeah.
And have they come over to Thailand to visit you at all?
Yeah, they've all
Yeah,
been over.
right.
They were over, they were over for my wedding, of course.
Oh, yeah,
That was 12 years ago.
I
Um,
see.
but yeah, and actually, one of my sister and her four kids were just over 2 weeks ago. Actually, they just
Mhm.
came over to Thailand with my mum too
Yeah.
for a holiday for about 2.5 weeks.
Yes. Oh, that's great.
Right.
I'm sure they had a great time. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was
Yeah.
great. Yeah. It's nice to
Right.
get away from the UK and
Yeah.
get some real nice weather.
Yeah, exactly. But now, well, I think it's finished now, but there was a heat wave in
I've
the UK.
heard, yeah,
Yeah,
I've heard.
yeah, it's just
I
really
was there in the
surprising.
springtime. I was
Right.
there in when was it? March, late March to the middle of April. I was there for 8 weeks, and it was the best spring that I have in my memory. Really, like almost no rain, and it was sunny almost every day. Still a bit cool, I mean, compared to Thailand, but if it's sunny, there's no rain, then you can do anything.
Yeah, exactly. It makes such a change. But I think because there's no like air conditioning or no, people aren't ready for the heat, it kind of is quite difficult to sleep.
I mean, that wasn't a problem in the spring when it wasn't hot enough to worry about that, but that's the problem in the summer now, I think, when no air conditioning, so it's a struggle sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So for people who don't know, how would you describe Newcastle, like where it's located and
so it's in where it's located and what, sorry?
Just something about the culture of the UK. Yeah.
Right. So it's in the northeast of England. It's quite near to the Scottish border, but in England, I think it's the most northernly city in the UK. Only maybe 1 hour drive to the Scottish border. It's a relatively, it's a small city compared to London. I think about 500,000 people. But yeah, friendly people. I think people from Newcastle are known as Geordies, and they are thought of as being very friendly and sort of fun-loving people.
Yes.
I think that's good. People, and Newcastle's a fun city as well. It's very popular for like party weekends as well. It's like for stag do's and hen do's. Then a lot of people descend on Newcastle.
Right. I can still hear traces of the accent, the Geordie accent.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Probably got weaker though, as you've stayed.
Definitely weaker over the years. But when I go back, it does come out. It does come out a bit stronger. But normally, especially when I'm teaching, I speak quite properly.
Right.
But it's still there though.
Yeah. Are there any kind of like phrases that people would use in Newcastle that they wouldn't say in London?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you've probably heard some of the famous ones like "Why I man."
Right.
So why man is like yes. That's like kind of yes, of course. It's like it's like are you watching the football this weekend? Why man? It's like yes, of course.
So I as in AYE, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, AYE. It means yes. So we would reply to something. Are you hungry? AYE. I mean, it's not a written language; it's only a spoken one. So, but we do, if we do write it, we would write it AYE, but it's not really a real written language. But yeah, so I is yes, and then that's probably the most popular one.
Right, that's great, and of course, like Anton Deck and people who are on the TV are like famous Geordie. People.
That's right. Yeah,
that's great. Wow.
Yeah, so Anton Deck's pretty well known now, I think.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Yeah. And is there any food that's like traditional to Newcastle that you would eat?
Yeah. So, not a lot of people know. Greg's, the pasty and that actually originated in Newcastle. It was started in Newcastle long ago, and I'm not sure if it's sold worldwide, countrywide, but there's something called a stotty bread. It's a type of bread that's very specific to Newcastle and the northeast of England. It's one stotty is it's kind of like a big bun about this big, but you don't need to eat it all. You can cut it up into a half or a quarter. It's a little bit denser than normal bread, but not as dense as a bagel. So it's something between a normal bun and a bagel. And it was originally made as sort of working class bread for because Newcastle was famous for coal mining and shipbuilding back in the day, although not so much now. And for the working class, you need denser bread, more energy, more carbohydrates, more energy. So it was good for people who working with their hands.
Okay, I see. So was that something you'd eat for, like, would you have it as a sandwich or would it be for
Yeah,
breakfast?
you can have it
Yeah,
sandwich, or you can cut it in half and use it as toast. But
yeah,
yeah, this is something that this is one of the first meals I have when I go back. Is usually like a
yeah,
bacon, sausage, egg stotty.
right.
So like a breakfast sandwich in a stotty.
Oh, yeah, it's nice to have those kind of traditional
Yeah.
food that you've grown up with. So here we have the British Club in Bangkok. Have you been to the, yeah,
I
in
went a long
the,
time ago. I haven't
yeah,
been very much.
right, yeah. So we go there sometimes, and like it's funny because when we lived in England, we wouldn't really have traditional food often, but being away from home, I think like sometimes we just miss like the
Yeah,
local food. So we'd have like a pie or something like that. So my family in
yeah.
England, they always laugh. They're like, "Oh, you know, you never had that here."
You never
But
had it at home.
I think it's like that connection, isn't it, that you want with your homeland? I think it could
Yeah,
be that. Yeah.
that's it. When it's always available, then you feel like, oh, I can
Mm.
have it anytime I want. But then
Yeah.
when you're over here and it's less available, then maybe you start to crave it more.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. So how about Thai food, Craig? Do you love Thai food or do you find it quite
Yeah, I love it.
spicy? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I love it. I love
Yeah.
spicy food.
Yeah.
When I first came here, and so yeah, it was 20 years ago when I first came here in
Yeah.
2005. Um,
Right.
I couldn't. I had a very low tolerance. I ate
Mhm.
some Indian food in the UK, but
Mhm.
didn't not too spicy then. Now I love
Mm.
all the spicy Indian food too. Now my tolerance
I
is higher.
see.
But
Yes.
yeah, started off very low tolerance, but slowly over the years I built up, and now I can more or less eat like a
Yeah.
local.
Right. Oh, that's great. So what would be like your go-to dish? You had to choose
Pad
like a title.
kapow, pad kapow is
Right.
my
That's
favorite.
roughly
Yeah,
mine as well. I love
yeah,
that. Yeah. And it
definitely.
has
Yeah.
got the chilies in, but it's kind of really tasty,
Yeah,
isn't it? Yeah.
chilies, garlic, and
Yeah.
yeah, holy basil. Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah,
Exactly.
with a fried egg.
Yes, that's right. So are you a 7-Eleven fan as well? Do you go to, because they have all the frozen meals like the same as,
Yeah, I mean, I
yeah,
try my best not to eat there too often, but I mean,
right.
the toasties are my weakness.
Yeah,
The toasties. I mean, they've got such low nutritional value, but they're just so
yeah,
convenient, and
exactly.
they taste great. But
Yeah,
I mean, normally I don't really eat the ready meals there so much because
right.
there's the street food normally
Yeah,
is pretty easy to find too, so I'll tend to go
yeah,
there. But yeah, sometimes I'll go for a toasty from
yeah.
7-Eleven just
That's
for a quick
great.
fix.
And there's so much variety. Like you said, street food has everything you could want.
Yeah.
And are you, in terms of food, you're not vegetarian? Do you eat like everything? Yeah,
Yeah, more or less. I mean,
right.
I don't eat all of the seafood.
Hmm.
Yeah, I eat prawns and fish, but I
Hmm.
don't eat many other seafood. But apart
I
from that,
see.
I eat pretty much anything.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So, Craig, I just wanted to ask you. So, you're a teacher on Cambly. So, how long have you been on Cambly?
It's a good question. I think
Mhm.
I can't remember exactly. I think about 2.5 or maybe 3 years.
Okay. So, you probably started around the same time as me in 20, started in 22.
Yeah,
22,
I
yeah.
think it was 22. Yeah,
Right.
if
I
I'm not wrong.
see. Yeah. So, which countries do your students mainly come from?
Um, Mainly, I would say that the biggest, the highest number of students would be from China, I would say, but
Right.
also a lot of Japanese,
Mm-hmm.
because of the time zone I'm in, really. So because
Yes.
I'm in this time zone, I have a lot of Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and
Mm-hmm.
then in the afternoon, when Eastern sort of Middle East is sort of waking up, I'll get some Saudis and Turkish as well.
Mm-hmm. I see.
And that's
Yeah.
sort of that's my afternoon.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I'll get some in the mornings. I'll get some people who are just about to go to bed in South
Mhm.
America or Mexico. So
Yeah.
it's like maybe midnight for them and like 9 a.m. here. So they'll
Right.
be having a class before bed, and
Okay.
sometimes I'll get those, but that's less common.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It totally depends on the time zone. So, like the Brazilian students, you get them if you log on at 8 a.m. or something, then
Yeah,
they get
exactly. But
those.
that's quite late. But it's quite
Yeah,
late for them. Yeah, but
that's
some people
right.
like to. That's one of the benefits of Cambly, that you can find a class 24 hours a day. So
Yeah,
so it doesn't matter what time they fancy a class, they can find
exactly.
someone.
It's really flexible. Yeah. And anytime you want to talk to someone, there's a tutor available. So that's great. So what would you say, Craig, in terms of speaking mistakes? Like, do you come across any that are very commonly heard, would you say?
Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
I hear to go to shopping. That is one of the
Right.
most common ones that you
Right.
hear. Go to
Mhm.
shopping. That's a very common mistake.
Yes.
What other ones are very popular? Confusing ed ing adjectives. So like I am bored, or it is boring.
Right.
I am bored. It is
Yeah.
exciting. I am excited. I
Mhm.
often hear students say, "Oh, I am exciting. I am boring."
Right.
Of course, it's confusing the
Yeah.
thing and the feeling.
Right.
That's
That's
definitely a big
confusing.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I find also with plurals, like sometimes they add a S, like so it would be clothes or months. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
knowing when to add the S at the right time. And
Yeah.
also
Exactly.
tenses. I think in some languages they don't have like past tense, future tense, and present
Yeah.
tense.
Yeah. I think it's a lot of languages. It's simpler. Maybe you just add a sort of a past tense word at the end, maybe.
Yeah.
So the verb doesn't change, but then you just add the past tense
Yeah.
word at the end, and then it's much simpler. Like in Thai, the
Right.
verb form doesn't change, but they add the word
Mm.
at the end.
Yeah. So how is your Thai? Do you speak Thai at all? Or do you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
fairly good conversationally, at least. My
That's
reading and
excellent.
writing is
Yeah.
much slower. It's like I can read and write, but it's quite slow,
Right.
like syllable by syllable. But speaking
Yeah.
is okay.
Oh, wow. You're much better than me. That's great. So how did you learn, Craig? Did you go to a class or did you just practice yourself?
For
Or
speaking, I learned just
yeah.
mainly from friends at first.
Mm.
So I mean, when I first came here, I had my little bit of paper, and then I would write that. I would learn a new phrase, write it down,
Yeah.
and then I would be
Right.
sitting in the restaurant, and then I would, okay, one moment.
Yeah.
How do I make Mac? Like, and then I would just
Yeah.
like find the phrase, but then eventually they would start to stick, and
Yes.
then over time, just built more and more fluency from practicing as much as possible. But
Yeah.
for reading and writing, then I had to attend classes.
Mhm.
Yes, because that's. I mean, I did read a book
Right.
on my own to teach myself the letters, but then really
Yeah.
you need to study a proper
Right.
course for reading and
Right.
writing, I think.
Mhm. Because it's a tonal language, isn't it? So
Yeah.
that's the difficulty. So are you quite good with pronunciation now, would you say, with practice? Yeah.
I'm far from perfect, I would say.
Yeah.
I can distinguish between, I mean, I can make the tones when I'm focusing,
Mhm.
and some of the words will come out with a tone automatically now,
Yeah.
but still I make many mistakes with the tones. But often it's
Right.
from the context I can still get my point across,
Yeah.
but yeah, that is definitely a challenge.
Yeah. That's what I say to my students, it's making yourself understood, isn't it, in the
Yeah.
situation. It's not about the accent or about the, fluency, but if you can communicate your ideas and
That's the first
express
goal,
yourself.
yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, like I like
Yeah.
using the advice I give to my students is
Yeah.
don't be scared to make mistakes. Just
Yeah.
say it out. If you speak a lot but with many mistakes, then that's
Mhm.
better than saying nothing at all. So you
Yeah.
better take the risk, and then people can correct you. You can learn from it. But if you're
Exactly.
scared to make a mistake, then it's very difficult to improve.
Mm, I totally agree. That was my next question, actually. What advice would you give to people watching who are learning English and
Yeah,
they're kind of, yeah,
that's the biggest one. Yeah,
yeah.
just try, just keep trying,
Mm,
and don't and just keep trying, keep speaking, and then
yeah.
you will get there. The fluency will come.
Mm,
The speed of finding the words will come, and
yeah.
yeah, the improvement will be much faster the more you speak.
Mm. Yeah, exactly. And being from India, originally I'm from Kerala, which is the south of India. And I have some students from Kerala or from, different
Okay.
parts of India. And one thing they say is that when they speak English, they feel that other people sometimes think they're showing off or they're trying to mimic an accent that's not
Right.
naturally theirs. Yeah. So sometimes it's sort of, so I always say to them, try and have a group of friends who also want to learn and just practice, like say, like, okay, this is our 1 hour or half an hour where we're just going to speak
Yeah.
English and practice.
Yeah, find like like-minded people who aren't
Yeah.
going to make fun of you and who actually want to improve. Yeah, definitely.
That's right. Yeah, because everyone learns at different paces as well. So finding your groove, yeah, that's really important. So Craig, we're almost out of time. So just in terms of your plans for the future, do you think you'll stay in Thailand, or do you plan to move to another country or back to the UK?
It's a good question. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
for the midterm, for the short to midterm, yeah, I have no plans to leave Thailand. But yeah, for the long term, who knows?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I love going back to the UK for holidays, but Thailand is really where I love to be for the
Yes.
majority of the time.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say that life is, I don't know, I just really enjoy living here. I would say, and
Yeah.
we plan to come for, because my husband is working here, so we came for 2 years. And I've got 3 boys, and one of my sons is back in England. He's 24. So he was at Nottingham University. He's just finished, and he's like in between jobs at the moment. So the other 2 are here. They're 14 and 15. So they go to a school here, and it's an international school. So they meet so many different students every day from different, like 55, 60 cultures, you know, different nationalities.
Yeah,
And
my
I just
son.
think,
Yeah, my son's 7 at the moment. So at the
right.
moment he's in a bilingual school. So
Yeah.
he's focusing on Thai and English. But yeah, I mean, who knows? In the future, maybe might want to go to high school in the UK or something. But
Yes.
yeah, I have some time to think about it.
Yeah, that's true. And I always think, like, even if I move back, I'd like to have one foot here in Thailand,
Yeah.
maybe like spend a few months a year or something like that. Yeah. So do you go to like the beaches and places like that when
That's it. Yeah, we've got such beautiful beaches so close, and the affordable flights and things. Yeah, so I try. Yeah, so like I told you, my family were here 2 weeks ago, so we've just been to Samui for a week, and that was
lovely.
amazing.
Yeah.
And but of course I love Koh Lanta. I lived there for 4 years. But yeah, I mean, I try to get out of Bangkok as much as I can.
Yes.
And get into the beach. I mean, Bangkok's great, but yeah, it's not. It doesn't have a beach, so.
Right. Yeah. So are you in the city, like in the actual heart of the city?
In the north of the city, in Lad Prau area.
Okay, right. So I'm towards the airport. I'm near Bang Na, the other side. Yeah.
Yeah, east. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I mean, there is traffic, there is heavy traffic, but I guess you would find that in every city, every big city.
Yeah, it's true, but yeah, I mean, it's like you just need to get to a SkyTrain station or a subway station, and then you can. It's much more predictable.
It's very convenient, isn't it, to travel around?
Yeah.
Right. So, what's your plan for this weekend, Craig? What are you planning to do?
So yeah, this weekend, yeah, I'm taking my son shopping, going to MBK this weekend, and yeah, just relaxing. My son's off, has a long weekend. I think it's Thai Mother's Day on Tuesday, so my son's off for 4 days.
Yeah.
So yeah, just keeping him busy.
Yeah, that's good. How would you describe your son? Like, what kind of, is he really like energetic? Does he like going out?
Yeah, he has a lot of energy. Yeah, he likes football, like me as well. And yeah,
That's fantastic.
he's full of beans,
Yeah. That's so good. So we're almost out of time. So thank you so much, Craig. It was just such a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thanks a lot, Neetu, and good luck with everything.
Thank you so much. Same to you. So take care.
You.
Thank you. Bye-bye.